Today we're talking about the pelvis. What's the big idea for this video?
Well, the big idea of this video is actually you can read the quote from my book. We're looking at chapter 8 today. That's what you want to look at. It's in there. So why don't you read it to us?
Okay. The pelvis is the pot out of which the spine grows. Thus, the position of the pelvis is critical for creating spinal alignment and health. Page 93.
What a smart person wrote that.
Yoga Body.
So you can feel right now, all of you, if you're in a safe place, even if you're driving, you could try this if you're listening. Wherever you are right now, don't change your position, Lizzie, or all of you. Just sitting or standing, move your pelvis in any direction an inch. An inch, or what's the centimeters, Liz? You're the centimeter.
2.5 centimeters.
3 centimeters. It doesn't, and what happens? What do you feel is?
My torso, my spine moves.
The spine responds. And we all know, because we live in a sea of what? Gravity. But your pelvis, think of it like a pot that holds a plant. And whenever you move the pelvis, the spine is receiving that movement. And in fact, my philosophy of teaching asana is that the arms and legs and pelvis are feeding the spine, or freeing the spine, or using the spine. The spine is receiving the asana rather than creating it.
So the spine is receiving. How can we feel that in our bodies? Are we going to feel that in the asana video this week?
Yes, but don't you feel it right now when you just move your pelvis? Your spine is not doing it. Your brain is in your pelvis. And you think of moving your pelvis and your spine responds. Yes?
Yeah.
It also goes the other way, but the pelvis is a place where walking comes from. It's the key in standing, walking, giving birth, elimination, digestion. It's a very powerful place.
Okay, where do you want to start today?
I think we should review some anatomy / learn some anatomy about the pelvis. Let's look at bones first. I know some of you love bones. And so let's look at bones. I just happen to have bones.
Okay.
So this is the pelvis, of course. And you have this large, broad bone, which is called the ilium. You have 2 of them. And you have the iliac crest, which we're going to be talking about later in Tadasana when we look at Tadasana again. And you have the anterior superior iliac crest, this spine, actually, this is a little bump here. And then you have it on the back of the ilium, you have this little point, which is the posterior superior iliac spine. So these 2 places, which you can span, all right? So the ilium, you have 2 ilia. And then you have the pubic bone, which is this part. Sorry.
Hold it a bit higher if you can. There's a great drawing, by the way. There's a couple great drawings of the pelvis in chapter 8 of Yoga Body.
So you have the pubis, right? The pubic bone, and you have the ischium that you sit on. The ischium that you sit on, and the pubic bone. And they all those 3 pieces come together like 3 pieces of a pie to all make up the hip joint. Ilium, pubic bone, and ischium. The pubis and ischium, all those parts come together to make this circle of the pie. And then on the posterior side, the back wall of the pelvis is open so that the sacrum can slide down into it.